Check, check, 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us as we recognize the graduating seniors for this year's Kennett Blue Demons ice hockey team. Number 2, defense, Nate Kelly. Nate will graduate from Kennett as part of the TCH program and is looking to continue his education in computer information systems. Number 3, forward, Nate Cucinotta. Nate is looking forward to continuing both his education and his hockey career upon graduation this year. Number 8, defense, Eddie Henry. Eddie has been accepted to and will be attending Franklin Marshall College, where he looks to study environmental science. And number 12, forward, Nate DeWitt. After graduation, Nate plans to continue his education and study filmmaking in college. Let's hear it once again for those graduating seniors. For those of you joining us at home, I'm sure you had an opportunity here as we recognized our graduating seniors here in this Sunday night hockey as Kennett is about to take on the Oxford Hornets. Pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett hockey. Kevin Mott and Smith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. So there's a little excitement here this evening. I know right now I think we have the entire squad for Kennett with the exception of Ben Fisher. He's running a little late because he's got a game just before this, but he should be joining us shortly.
Okay, so we'll see if we can somehow stall the referees so we can get our full squad before they drop the puck, right?
Yes.
How can we do that? I don't know.
I think we just did as much as we can, but...
Maybe you could sing the national anthem, Ed.
No, I don't think anybody at home really wants that. Scratches tonight for Oxford. Scratch number 10, Chris Tatum. Number 71, Shane Campbell. And number 99, Ezra Halliday. Tonight's coach's keys to the game are brought to you by High Impact Fitness. Number 1 of those keys for Coach Cucinotta is to stay hungry. Team has played really well these last few games, and he doesn't want them to become satisfied with that output and just continue bringing it to them and continue to rack up those W's.
Yeah, if I can jump in, I'm afraid Kennett's going to take Oxford lightly because they beat them a few times, and Oxford only has 9 skaters, but Oxford gave them a good game last time. I think it was, what, 5-4?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was very close. So.
It was close. Yeah, this is not a team you can sleep on. Number 2 is stay focused. It kind of goes right back to that is come out here, play hockey. I know we had a little bit of festivities for the seniors prior to this, but that's over, and it's now time to focus on the game at hand. And then the last one, which Coach Joe has mentioned on several occasions, is he wants to see 12 shots per period because that's really the way to stay successful. And, you know, if you're not putting shots on net, it's kind of hard for him to find the back of it.
Yeah, it's true. That's, you know, it's a good goal. You need to have small goals for players instead of just 12 shots a period just makes you think offense every time out, so that's good.
So we do have an interesting little piece of technology we're going to try out for this game. We're calling it the fan cam. We have one of our seniors who graduated last year, Stephen Hayes. His brother Matthew's here on the team, and he's joining us, and we were able to connect his phone, so we'll
Mod out of business if you go GoPro instead of manual camera here?
not at all.
Okay.
We like having multiple cameras.
Well, I can tell you, Ed, that I have not had more fun this weekend than driving the 3 minutes to the rink for this game instead of driving to Iceline or Patriot Ice Center or somewhere else that I don't want to be Sunday night or Monday night at 9 o'clock. So I wonder if we can get more games here at
Well,
Chester County.
I know we've actually the only reason we don't do games here is that when we put together the schedule with the league, Chester County does not have the staffing capability to man the door, or in case there are fans that come, they get a little rowdy. So I think it's more of a location that they choose not to be on the list.
Got it.
But this is a rescheduled game. We had this game originally scheduled with Oxford just prior to the MLK weekend. And for those of you who are not in hockey, holiday weekends are very big for travel tournaments. So that game we would look to postpone because both teams are going to be short by a number of players. I think Oxford said they were going to basically have 6 skaters and possibly no goalies. So both teams were excited to reschedule. There was no availability in other locations for the league. So we are here in what would normally be a Kennett High School and Middle School practice slot.
Wonder if this could be, I know the league, from what you said, doesn't want to have, here comes Ben Fisher, he just got on the ice, so that's good. I know the league doesn't want to have games here, but for a team like Oxford and Kennett, this is so much closer than any other rink. Like I could see if we're playing Harriton or Bucksmont, they don't want to drive to Kennett Square when they could go to Westchester, but if you're in Oxford or Kennett here, this makes the most sense for everybody.
Although we've had a number of home games at the Patriot Ice Center, so if you're coming from up north, coming to Chester County versus Patriot Ice Center is really not much different. Nope, and we're getting a text. I guess we don't have it on the score sheet, so I'll have to make sure we update that. But Braden Neiman is actually scratched for this evening. Just got a text from his dad. I guess he's listening to our broadcast.
Wow, that's great if he is. I know he's coaching the middle school game right now, so he must be
having
an AirPod in one ear and coaching the middle school in the other. But thank you, Keith.
Looks like we've got some student attendance here this evening, which is always nice to have.
I see pom-poms in the stands, Ed.
Yes, I ordered them because I wanted some color out there.
Nice.
Warm-ups have completed. Kennett skated over to their bench now. Oxford's just finished talking to their netminder. That's number 30, Zach Keenan, in net. Zach played here at Chester County a few times in years past, and I know one of the things that kind of endeared me to him right out of the gate was he had an Empire Strikes Back goalie helmet. It was fantastic.
Is he with the Alliance or the Dark Side? Or maybe that Alliance isn't the right word. What's the what are the good guys called? It's been a long time since I saw that movie.
Well, I'm sorry.
What are the good guys called? Not the Alliance?
The Rebels. Yeah, the Rebel Alliance.
Okay.
And actually, I'd see that's. I have to definitely update our sheet because I just got another text that John Tamman is actually scratched tonight because he's homesick.
You need to do a better job of talking to the coach pregame and getting some intel here, Ed.
Well, we need to make sure we put the scratches on there appropriately for the game. Kennett bench is very excited for this one as they're banging in anticipation of the game start. Puck is down, and we are underway. Right here in front of us, DeWitt backhands it into the Oxford end. Sido put it across to Ford. He was able to move it ahead, and they roll it deep into the Kennett side. Right out in front. Puck went off of Mott. He was able to do something there. Puck out of Schillinger's hand. He had a stoppage of play. I'm not really sure what for.
I didn't see that either because I was looking at my phone. I'm getting a text that when we go to the fan cam that the sound goes out completely. I don't know if that's true or false, but
that is probably the case. That's something that I can.
My wife texted me, so I'm going to say it's true because I would never say she's saying something false.
Puck rolled all the way up to the blue line. Sido and DeWitt come together there. Referee asking them to move it, and they finally do. Schillinger picks it up. Got Fedorov all over the back of him. He'll reverse it around for Henry. Henry looks up to DeWitt. DeWitt tried to get a stick on it, but didn't, so it goes the length of the ice, and that'll be icing.
Talking about how close this is to both of these schools, I'm going to count here in a second, but I would bet to guess 80% of the kids on both teams combined have played club at Chester County Skating Club just because of the proximity at some point in their life. So I know the Keenans, all three of them, Fedorovs, Brody Ford for Oxford, they've all played here.
Stretch pass there, was looking for Ganley, but that was out of his reach. She was waiting for an icing whistle, but nothing there.
Jake Marker now, he plays for 18U, right?
Yes. Kept in at the line. Looked like it came out. Actually, the Oxford bench was yelling that it was out, but no whistle there. Finally pulled off the boards, and Brody Ford will move it out the center ice. Keenan in across the line. Heinzelman stays with him, forces him behind the net. Come together there, bouncing puck. Keenan tries to center it, goes off a stick and high into the air on the other side. Outlet to Mott. Mott makes the move, gets around Ford, cross the line. He gets hit from behind for Marker. Fisher comes in and picks it up. Drops off for Mott. Mott takes a check from Keenan. He's taken off that play. Puck turned over there. Mott tried to center it. Colin Kelly in on the play. He'll take it down low. Back behind the net. Puts it out in front. Nobody there. Fedorov's able to get it. Gets to a player all the way up. Length of the ice. And that's icing.
I think from watching Oxford a couple times with preseason, I think they're one of the more physical teams. And I don't know if they're naturally physical, but they only have 9 skaters, and I think as the game gets on, they get a little bit tired. And I think one way to slow teams down is they just run into you. So I don't know if you noticed that, Ed, or not, but they seem to throw a lot of body checks.
Puck in front, backhand shot, that goes wide. Make the tally with that opportunity there. Fed through the middle, bouncing puck goes right back to Colin Kelly. Take a check from Fedorov after getting it in. Up to the line, Eddie Henry takes a shot there, but that goes well wide. Put out in front, Zach gets a stick on that, sits in the slot. Fedorov able to gather up and head out. Across center ice. Feathers it in from the blue line. Nate Kelly backhands all the way around, out of reach of Henry. To the blue line. There are 2 Fedorovs here on this Oxford team. Number 4, Mason, and his sister, number 26, Natalie.
And their father's one of the coaches, so we got 3. 3 Fedorovs, 3 Keenans, 2 Fords, 2 Madonnas.
Puck moved back out. Puck was tipped, so no icing there. Ford goes back to retrieve it. Shortledge comes in, apply pressure. Up the far side board, Cuccinata there. He's able to keep it in at least momentarily. Ford oversteps that. DeWitt looking to center it. That was knocked down. Outlet pass there was fanned on, but finally moved out the center ice. Nate Kelly over to Nate Cuccinata, 2 of the seniors we recognize tonight. Cuccinata takes a shot. Zach gets a stick on that. That goes well up and over the netting.
Years ago, growing up here, Brody Ford played Chester County. He was defense partners with Tate's older brother, Swithin, shares my name. But
That's the one
been
who
around for a while.
doesn't have smelly gear.
My kid?
Yeah.
None of my kids do. They're all very fresh. Except for his gloves.
Turnaround opportunity there. Rolls all the way up. Matthew Hayes rolls it back down low. Saito first one to it. Gets pressure from behind from DeWitt, but rolls it all the way up. Has Keenan. Keenan puts on the brakes, takes the shot, was headed wide. Mott reaches out, gloves that, and hangs on.
It looked offside to me.
Face-off win there by Oxford. Good pressure from Schillinger. Finally rolled back down low. Matthew Hayes there. Fedorov put back down behind the goal line. Hayes reverses again. Lucas Mott tried to get a stick on that. That was deflected. Finally rolls all the way across. Luke Ganley moves it into the zone. Takes a check from Fedorov. Brody Ford heads the other direction. Across the blue line with speed. Tries to make the move. Good active stick there. Shot goes through. Mott makes that save. Clearing attempt there fails. Finally moved up to the line, and after being chopped at, gets to center ice where Brody Ford looks to go back in. Along the boards. Inselman and Fisher were there. Oxford was able to keep it in. Bodies come together, both go down. The puck still sits there. Fisher comes in. It's Heinzelman who gathers up. He goes high up, hits the blue line, but does go out. Mott strips Fedorov, goes in, feeds across, looking for Ganley. Good active stick from Ford, just barely prevented that. Almost made it to him, but.
It's a nice saucer pass by Lucas to Ganley that almost worked. That was a very soft, skillful play there.
Lucas pesters Ford back there. He gets to Fedorov. Colin comes in and puts pressure. Put right through the middle, goes through, but no one to get there. Nate Kelly takes a shot, hits a body in front. Ford picks it up in the slot, moves it out. Logan Keenan steps in front. Heinzelman put pressure, prevented him from getting that shot off. Colin Kelly moves it ahead, tries to get around. He's got one on each side of him, and they're able to squeeze him out, force it out behind the net. Saito jumps on that with speed across the blue line. Where he forces him wide. So the puck makes a play from his knees.
Thought Henry was going to lay him out in the corner there, Ed. It looked like he was
lining him up
about
for
it. Yeah, it looked like he thought about it.
All the way across. Fedorov's able to keep that in. Rolled right in front. Almost a opportunity there, but a bouncing puck. Finally moved out to center ice. Saito across to Fedorov. She'll use the boards and put it deep. Head off on a line change. Henry goes hard around, takes a bounce there. Keenan's able to put it through the middle. Goes all the way to the other side. Ford races over. Get a shot in on net, but stick from Nate Kelly prevents that from getting through. Back up to Ford at the blue line. And skate across. Puts it down low for Keenan. Saito takes that shot. Mott puts it right back in play. Weren't sure what was happening there. Bounce off the boards, was looking to spring DeWitt, but kept in at the line. Shot there, goes wide. Finally gets by. All the way across. Cucinotta races over, but can't keep that in. Back in the Kennett end. Eddie Henry's first one there. Off the boards. Trent Keenan pulls it off. Goes behind. Puts it right through the crease. Not sure how. No one got a chance of that. Shot there is blocked by DeWitt. Goes the other direction. He's got to step on Saito. Tries to cut to the middle, gets the shot, but that goes just over the net. Good opportunity there from one of the other seniors tonight, number 12, Nate DeWitt. Ford sends it up, has Trent Keenan. Hayes puts a body on him, puck sat there. Finally goes past, gets by everybody. No icing. So Zach will come out and set that up for Saito. Mott, good pressure there. Holds it up the boards. Schillinger comes in, gets a stick on it. Ganley helps keep it in, at least momentarily. They work for it at the line. Puck did come out. No indication there, but finally goes the other direction. He picks it up on his end. He's got a little time. Up to Mott. Mott tried to go across looking for Ganley, but Keenan read that play and cut it off. Near side, Ganley feeds it to the middle of Mott. Tried to make the move, but active stick from Ford. Pokes it back deep. Schillinger. Put it all the way through. It goes the length of the ice. Icing? Nope. Zach comes out to play that. Dangerous play there.
Not sure why he did that.
Mott rolls it out in front. Keenan got a stick on it. Up to the point, Schillinger. Didn't get all of that one. Ford picks it up and he'll move out over the blue line. He's around Hayes. He's right back to him. He leans on him. Finally moves it up to Marker. Marker and Mott finally goes up to the line. Fedorov tried to reach for it, got past her.
That was a good recovery by Fedorov. She almost gave up a breakaway, but she recovered nicely and
in the middle. Jake Marker. It's on the outside of the net. Bounces right in front. Opportunity there. Mott's able to read that. Makes the save and hangs on.
Looks like Mott didn't expect that to come off the boards that way. I don't know if lively wall or just a random bounce there, but
we'll take a look at our fan. And we'll see if we can add our audio track to that.
Not much to see there. He needs to move around to the other side or something.
Zach pokes that other slot there. Finally rolled back behind. Colin Kelly with some space. Sends it up to Eddie Henry at the line. Takes the shot, gets through. Keenan makes that save.
Brown almost put that in on the weak side there.
Henry takes the shot. Zach will glove that, and he'll hang on to that one. Let my clock catch up. I missed it on that last piece. We're just over 6 minutes remaining in this first period. No score.
Wonder how many kids have played for a travel team today, and this is their second game. That's tough when you're playing 2 games in one day because high school games usually are not on Sundays.
Fedorov blocked that and jumps on it. Good work from Heinzelman. Henry helps out, moves that to the near side. Back behind, all the way up. Saito open, steps in, takes the shot, deflected wide. Right back in front again. Mott could juggle with that one, but able to stay with it. Hangs on.
Doesn't look like the scorekeeper's keeping shots, but it seems like Oxford's, I think they've carried the play here, Ed. I wish I could see the shots on goal, but it's been down in our zone a lot.
Shot gets knocked down right in front. DeWitt tries to go up, hits Shortledge in the skate. Cucinato tried to get it right back to him, but I think he was ready for that. Nate Kelly picks it up as his blue line, banks it ahead. Looking for Shortledge, but Saito, first one to it. Behind the net. Sends it over to Ford. He goes back off of Saito's skate. Cucinado's there, puts it right to DeWitt. Had him sitting in front, but I think Keenan got a stick on it and kept it wide. Madonna in with speed. Puck sits there for a second. Shortledge able to gather up. Tries to go across, hits something. He gets to center ice. DeWitt comes in, makes the move around. Saito stays with him. Kennett bench looking for a hook. Nothing coming there. Shot goes just wide from Hayes. DeWitt near side. He'll backhand down low. Goes off a short ledge. Kuchinada tried to get to it. Hayes pinches down, but he's ridden off of that. Turnaround shot there from Kuchinada goes wide. Mott jumps in, takes the shot, goes off a body to Kuchinada. Then he fans on a second opportunity, goes wide. Oxford able to gather up. They'll send the length of the ice, and they'll definitely take that icing. Good opportunity there for Kennett. They just couldn't hit the target. Lots of open net to look at, but
Had a lot of good opportunities by seniors. DeWitt, Kuchinada there.
right out in front, Mott. Wide open, but that goes wide. Eddie Henry jumps down. He'll put it in front, goes off a skate, just on the outside of the net. Fedorov puts it around for Ford. Mott works on him, able to get it up to the line. It does come out and goes back in, but that's offsides. Getting hand signals from the stands, looking for me to, oh, shot there from Ganley. Good save from Zach Keenan. I was saying I'm getting hand signals from the stands because usually I'm also running the music, but I'm not tonight. Melissa Hagee's, Rowan's mom's downstairs. She's got the music for tonight, which is nice because calling the game, running the clock, and the music all at the same time is not fun. Opportunity there, 2-on-1. Ott gets checked from behind by Jake Marker. Prevents a scoring opportunity. Pressure on Logan Keenan. He's able to stay with it. Finally moves it across the blue line. Eddie Henry gets it to the middle. Ganley tried to take a swat at that, but missed it there. Ford circles back. Fisher staying with him, forces him down low. Ford able to skate away through center ice. Steps to the middle, gets the shot off. Mott makes the save, rebound, goes up, cleared out. Fedorov to Fedorov pass there. Back over to Ford, looking for Marker, but Schillinger was first one to it. Mott feeds it over for Colin Kelly. Colin Kelly goes from the angle, tries to put it in the middle. Knocked out of the way. Bouncing puck in the middle. Trent Keenan steps across the line. Gets a shot off, but not much on that. Stayed wide of the net. Put through the slot. No one able to get to it. Saito steps in, takes the shot. Henry blocks that. Finally moved back out the center ice. And Fedorov has to wait for her team to clear. Goes back in. Collin gets it, but it hits the netting. So they'll stop it there. Make an adjustment to my time here because we're just over 2 minutes remaining in this scoreless first period. Neutral zone draw. Back and forth with the puck. Hayes is able to put it to the blue line where Fedorov picks it up. She'll come to center ice and put it in. Heinzelman back to retrieve. Along the boards, they look to go to the point, but Oxford defense wasn't there, so out to the neutral zone it goes. Colin Kelly gets the shot off right in. Zach's able to squeeze that in the pads and hang on. Got a lot of people in attendance today, but they're quiet.
They are quiet. Maybe, guess the players haven't given them much to cheer about yet.
No score game. Puck goes in. Eden's looking to make the call for icing, but referee decided otherwise. Sends it the other direction. Shortledge gets around Fedorov. Puts on the brakes. Waiting there. Finally goes all the way through. Gets to Cucinotta. He tries to step through a few. Bounces to Heinzelman. Heinzelman gets the shot, gets through traffic. Keenan makes a shoulder save. Final minute of play in this first period. Bounces up to Heinzelman. He gets the shot. Good deflection there from DeWitt, but Keenan in good position to make the save. Oxford outlets. Fedorov force wide, bouncing puck there. Heinzelman gathers up. Gives to Shortledge. Shortledge puts it in deep. Ford reverses around for Saito. Saito up to Keenan. Shortledge works on him. Heinzelman gathers up the loose puck and goes across center ice. Ford kicks it up to the blue line, where Vitale gets put off into the boards and balloons in the ceiling. Cucinotta up to the line, but kept in. Final few seconds, takes the shot, hit the outside of the net as the buzzer sounds, ending the first period of play. So 17 minutes in the books, no score. Dead. We were told that the fan cam battery died, and I think we kind of knew that because I know when I was talking to Steven's father, I won't use the language he did, but he said that he'll probably come with a phone that has 8% on it. He was just about right.
How do you handle your phone battery? I am fanatical about every night I charge it overnight. I get up, I make sure I have battery if I'm going somewhere. I know some people, they have no idea what their battery is and it's always 8%. And they're constantly charging it. I guess to me, I'm like, just charge it for 2 hours and then you have it all day. Like,
no, I'm kind of in the same camp with you. I have a wireless cradle, so I can just set my phone right next to the bed. If something happens, I can see it. And then that way it charges every night. And then, of course, when I'm in the car, I plug it in every time.
Sure.
So
it's like the people that in their car, in their gas tank, and they're always on red. The fan cam's coming up to our broadcast location here.
let's see if we can. Oh. There we go, and we'll see if we can get our fan cam going. We'll see if maybe he can head over and get in the stands and get some actual fan footage over there. I'm not sure if he heard me.
I think he was just pleased that he had a phone that had battery life on it.
The simple things in life. Second period about to get underway here. We may have to do a little bit of finagling in the game to get our fan cam working. Puck deep in the Kennett end. Eddie Henry to it. Send it up for Cucinotta. He'll drop it off for DeWitt. Good play there from DeWitt to get it to himself. He's got a shot. Fed it over to Shortledge, but that was just out of his reach. Good opportunity early here in the second period for Kennett. Sent over and moved in. Ford with it, and he's able to get it out to the middle. Keenan. 2-on-1 opportunity for Oxford. Comes in, hits the outside of the net, rolls it up the boards. Cucinotta gets enough on it to move it out to center ice.
DeWitt's having a shift here. He's all over the puck. Making scoring chances, good defensive plays.
Kelly brought it in. It was brought in offsides. They were waiting for a whistle, but nothing happening there. Rolled in. Nate Kelly to it. Reverse over for Shortledge. You overstep that. Shot goes in on Mott. Bobbles it for a second, but covers up. All right, well, when we get our fan cam working, I think we at least have audio with it now. Puck all the way across. Trent Keenan sends it back the other direction. Ford with a step in front. Makes the move, hits the shot. Mott makes the save.
Great save.
Fantastic save there. Keep this game scoreless. Ford very patient on that, but Mott stayed with him the whole way. Rolled behind. Stick there. Looks like that's Ganley's stick. He's able to kick it up. They put it to the middle, but Fedorov was able to move it up the blue line to the other Fedorov. Tried to go back down, but Matthew Hayes to it has Ganley. Ganley tried to feed it through to Mott, but it hit his skate. Hayes across the line. We'll wrap it all the way around. Ganley races over to it. Rolled back again near side. Fisher comes up to Hayes. He was checked, so moved out the center, but put back in. So Keenan plays that. Ford from behind the net. Bounces it up to Trent. Trent's in across the line. Rolls off of his stick, but Madonna is able to keep it in the zone. Madonna down low, rolls it behind. Heinzelman's there. He'll bank it up. Ford reads that. Ford with it. All the way across. Had Madonna wide open, but I think there was too much on that pass for him to really do much with it. Back up to Ford at the blue line. He's harassed by Mott, but was able to keep it in. Rolls it back behind for Madonna. Puts on the brakes. Schillinger to it. Side steps a check there. Able to move it up, but kept in at the line at least momentarily. Finally forced back out. Ford gathers up in his end. Chips it ahead, leaves it. Ford again. Steps to the middle, tries to make the move. Schillinger has an answer. Puck drop there, finally pushed out. It'll go the length of the ice, and that'll be icing. And with that, I'm going to take a second here and jump to our fan cam and see if I can get it back up and running for us. In-game technical changes. Oh. Bear with us a second.
Turn off the fan cam.
All right. Apologize for everybody at home with that. Fan cam, both audio and video are linked. And obviously it's very loud. Shot there goes in, and Oxford takes the 1-0 lead. We'll have to see if we can make an adjustment to that, because that was horrible. And then it was followed up with an Oxford goal. I think we have to tell our music person that she's playing the horn for the wrong team there. Puck goes over to Eddie, tries to get it over to Showers. Got by him. Keenan steps in. Keenan takes the shot. That goes wide and all the way up and out to center ice. Puck bounces all the way in, and icing is whistled. So I think I heard from downstairs that she's trying to be equitable in playing the horn for both teams. I have a horn. I wasn't going to play it for him.
I don't think there's equity in varsity high school sports. It's whoever wins and whoever the home team gets advantages.
Puck bounced up to Trent Keenan. He steps in across the line. Goes all the way through. As Madonna, turnaround shot. That was deflected, and Mott was able to come up with that save. Rolled back down. Donna tried to go up to the line, goes off, but still gets to Fedorov. Shot there is blocked. Got enough at DeWitt to prevent him from a breakaway. Oxford takes over and back in. Battled in skates, finally knocked through center ice and all the way down. Mott races over to it. Able to just get to it, but Fedorov was there to play him enough to prevent any kind of opportunity there. Keenan steps around, in over the line. Shot hit a body in front, bounces and sits there. Oxford's able to get a stick on it, put it back down low. Ganley will roll it around to the far side. Donna tried to get that deeper. Kennett goes off the glass and moves it ahead. He's tried to get to it, but Ford beat him to the puck. Rolls the other direction. Henry goes up to the line. Lucas Mott chips it in from center ice, chases it down. Tried to feed it up, had Ganley sitting right there, but Oxford players are able to get skates and sticks on it, prevent that pass. Rolled back down low. Mott again tries to go through, but Ford cuts that off. Goes hard up the boards, kept in at the line, but comes right back to Ford, and this time he'll get it out. Fisher reads that pass. Backhands it in. Rolled hard around near side. Heinzelman keeps the line. Waits there, puts it in. Fisher tried to get a deflection, goes off of him and Ford and goes well wide. Rolled around to Vitale on the near side. We've got two Vitalis, one on each team.
No relation, I don't think, right?
Not that I'm aware of. Puck there goes deflected in on Mott. He's able to follow that and get a glove on it and cover up.
Oxford's defense is doing a good job of shutting down Kennett. We've had some chances, not as many as I would have thought, though. They're really killing plays. And
great play there from Colin Kelly. Feeds it up. Has Kuchnati. Goes with Ford all the way in on net. Puck forced in on Zach Keenan, but he stays with it and makes the save. Offensive zone draw here for Kennett. Puck bounces around, but it's Oxford that comes away with it. All the way up. Got it to Vitale, but Heinzelman comes over to make a play to prevent him from getting in cleanly. Good work again from Heinzelman. This went on Logan Keenan. Oxford rolls down low. Markers there with Schillinger behind him. Kuchnata comes in to assist. Kuchnata gets a stick on it, but he'll send it the entire length of the ice, and that'll be an icing. You know, if I didn't see all the fans in the stands, I wouldn't know they're here.
You sure they're not cardboard cutouts?
If you gave me more time, I might have done that, but not this. Not in this instance.
They're making as much noise as cardboard cutouts.
Fedorov gets it. It gets through traffic. Mott's able to stay with that and make that save. Eddie Henry with it. He sends it all the way across. Opportunity there. Nick Vitale gets to it. Puts it back down low. Has DeWitt. DeWitt. Fedorov. Work on the boards. It comes up to the other Fedorov, and he's able to outlet the Ford. Ford had to reach behind him to get it, but gathers it up and moves across the blue line. Gets all the way over. Opportunity for error for Fedorov, but sliding save there from Aiden Mott. Keeps his team only down by 1. Up to the low line. Brody Ford goes all the way across. Fedorov gets to it. Puts it up to his sister. She sends it over to Ford. Back behind the net. Comes off of Madonna. Nate Kelly gets it. He'll put it ahead. It goes all the way in. For an icing. Puck to the left. Aiden Mott. One up the side-o, and he'll put it down low. Heinzelman. Up to Lucas Mott. He goes all the way across for Ganley, but Ganley was covered by Fedorov. Goes back to Fisher. He's across the line. In the zone. Lucas Mott puts it back for Heinzelman. Eric will go all the way across. Vitale reads that and cuts it off. Gets it in on net after a diving Eric Heinzelman. Got a shot off, wasn't much on it. Mott able to make that save. Up to the line. Saido tries to put it through traffic. Knocked down with skates. Fisher gets a stick on it, and he'll move it out to center ice. Saido to Fedorov. Wasn't able to catch that one cleanly. Goes and sits there, jumping up on the play as Colin Kelly took the shot, but Zach Keenan was in good position to make the save. Ganley oversteps that. Keenan goes all the way in, round behind. Rolls it down low as he heads off
Markers
on a change.
in front of him.
Backhand shot there. Mott stays with it, covers up, and hangs on. Woo.
Good save by Mott. They left Marker all alone in front. They lost track of him, and everybody was chasing the puck.
Little Sanford and Son.
I think I heard Beverly Hills Cop earlier.
Bouncing puck in. Schillinger knocked that down with a skate. Bounces it ahead. Kuchnada has to go backwards to get some space. Stays with it across the line. Harass there. Keenan goes up to the line. Eddie Henry knocks that down. Puts it in. Keenan sticks it behind the net. Ford goes up the glass. That one gets by Eddie Henry, but Schillinger's there to pick it up. Bouncing puck. Goes to the center. Kelly puts it in. Shortledge after it. Shortledge tried to pass that, but Brody Ford knocks that down. Shortledge keeps it at the line. Schillinger steps in, takes a shot. That one goes wide. Schillinger read that play, tried to go up into the zone, but that goes into the netting and out of play. And we get a whistle. Just over 5 minutes to go here in this second period. Kennett trails Oxford by a score of 1-0. Brody Ford looked to go ahead. Schillinger again reads that play, but it goes right back to Ford. Ford in across the line, but hesitated just enough to draw his team in. So offsides is whistled.
Aiden just threw his water bottle over the glass, Kevin. I'm not sure who he threw it to, but he must need a refill.
Rowan Hagee sends that through. He's looking for Showers. Vitale read it, and he moves it in. Battle forward along the near side boards. Marker's able to get a stick on it and put it down low. Henry backhand chips near side. Showers tries to get by Ford, but can't. Right back to Eddie Henry. He'll try the other direction. Schillinger checked on that play. Marker with it. It's all the way across. Hagee gets that. He's able to move it out the center ice. Saito turns around. Gets by DeWitt, steps to the middle, gets the shot and beats Mott, giving Oxford the 2-0 lead. Just under 4 minutes here in the second period. I think the Kennett bench is happy with what's happening on the ice. So it sounds like Tommy Schillinger was not pleased with what was happening on the ice, and
No, he didn't like the hit. He thought it was knee on knee, and I don't know what it's 5-on-5. What did he get? A 10-minute misconduct for that?
he did.
Wow.
So he chirped a little too much to the refs. The refs didn't want to hear it. No, they didn't give him, they gave him a penalty, but it's just a 10-minute misconduct. So he'll sit for 10 minutes, but it doesn't cause a power play opportunity for Oxford.
That's a tough one. Whether you'd rather be shorthanded for 2 minutes or lose one of your defensemen for 10. Even though you're playing even strength, that's a tough one. He's out for most of the rest of the game.
Ganley knocked off of that play. He goes awkward into the board, but pops up. Fisher tries to take the shot, but that was deflected. It's Anna in. Kelly stays with him, feeds it to the middle, but nothing but white jerseys there. Fisher with the puck. Across the line, dropped it, get it all the way to the middle. Puck sat there. Cucinotta jumps on it, goes all the way through. Turnaround opportunity there. Stays with it. Second opportunity from behind the net. Good work here from this Kennett freshman line. He worked for it from behind. Puck finally rolls all the way up. Ford gets to it, and he's able to move it to center ice. Referee whistled that offsides immediately. And being that it's high school and there is a delay, Coach Joe is not happy with that one.
That's happened a few times. The referee shook his arm, said, "Yeah, I messed up. What do you want me to do? I already blew the whistle."
Yep, can't take the whistle back. The center ice, Eddie Henry moves it the other direction. Shortledge gets it in deep, but Fedorov first one to it. Reverses it, turnover there, Shortledge with it. Skates around, gets it up to Hayes. Hayes gets the shot, hits a body. It's all the way to boards. Eddie Henry races in, but Talley gets to it and in. Again, Heinzelman makes a good play on him. Put out in the middle. Knocked down. Kennett stays with it. Fed to Shortledge. Couldn't get a clean stick on that one. Ford goes back the other direction. Ooh, Ford backhands right through the blue paint. Dangerous plays there. Battle on the near side boards. Eddie Henry will reverse it all the way around. Heinzelman wedges off, Fedorov. Shortledge gets across the line with it. Backhands knocked down by Ford. He's able to kick it ahead. Keenan. Heinzelman knocks that one down. Mott in off the boards. Harass there, finally knocked off of him for both Keenan and Fedorov. Check along the boards. They battle for the puck. Up to the line, but Kuchinada gloves that down, takes the shot. Keenan juggles it, but covers up.
It's a good shot, but we need some traffic in front of the goalie to make it harder on him. It's a 60-foot snapshot. He should be able to get that every time. I think the Kennett bench is struggling to get some offense here. The coaches are trying to push some different buttons, but
knocked up along the boards, but Fedorov is on it. Bank it in. Kelly all the way up to Mott. Mott with speed through center ice, knocked off of his stick, but Fisher's right behind him to pick it up. In across the line. Fisher takes the shot. Zach Keenan gloves that, and he'll squeeze it.
Oxford goalie's been solid tonight, Keenan. He's made some big saves. He's seen the puck well, and give him credit.
Ganley goes up to Kelly at the point. Gets right back to Ganley. Tries to go to the middle, looking for Fisher, but puck was knocked around with a stick, and he couldn't do anything with that. Madonna knocks that away. Sidesteps one. Puck off the boards. Fedorov at the line. Mott picks it up, has some open space. In across the blue line. Looked to feed it to the middle, but it was deflected right back to him. Fisher with it. Up to Ganley. Ganley in the slot. Takes the shot. Deflected just wide. Mott from behind the net. Bouncing puck there. Sits on the outside. Zach's able to cover up. So we're about 20 seconds remaining in this second period. Kennett trails Oxford by 2.
Kennett needs something to happen here just to get some momentum or change the momentum. They seem, I don't know, just like the fans, quiet right now. They're just lacking a little bit of just that little extra oomph.
Good work there from Kelly to keep that in. Had Marker. It's the shot deflected and in.
Oxford's claiming it's a high stick. Referee says no. You're not allowed to touch the puck with the stick above your shoulder. And Oxford saying that Mott had his stick above the shoulder of the crossbar, which I don't think was true. I don't know if you have the replay, Ed, but
Nope, actually I do not.
looked like a good goal to me from where it was, but maybe that's what we need here.
Puck shot in from the neutral zone. Mott's able to glove and hang on to that. So there was a few, I think a second and a half remaining.
Yeah, that was a good 2 seconds there.
So Oxford coach didn't want to let up that time with an offensive zone opportunity, but they let the clock run. The buzzer sounds, and second intermission. Kennett able to get a goal and cut the Oxford lead in half.
Well, I hope that jump starts them. We needed something. It was a nice play by Lucas. Shot from Nate Kelly, I think, from the point. That's right.
When you talk about that, we'll take a moment and talk about High Impact Fitness. It's the new year. Time to go and get healthy. Don't just make it a resolution, make it a way of life. High Impact Fitness is located in the shops of Longwood, directly across from Go Green and Clean Car Wash near the Walmart in Kennett Square. High Impact is a 24/7 facility with contactless sign-up. All Kennett students and their families can use the QR code on your screen for just a $25 a month membership. Come join us at High Impact Fitness today.
Have I told you about what Tate and I are doing for a fitness challenge for the next 30 days? Have we talked about this?
No,
So,
I don't think so.
So Tate, starting on day 1, he's doing 1 push-up, 1 pull-up, and 1 single leg lunge on each side. Day 2, he adds 1.
All right.
And he keeps adding 1 until day 30 when he's doing 30 push-ups, 30 pull-ups, 30 single leg lunges. I'm starting at 10 until he catches up to day 10. I'm doing 10 push-ups, pull-ups, single leg lunges for 10 days in a row, and then adding 1, day 11, 12, etc. So I figure after that, I'm going to do 510 of each of those things. Tate will do 465 in 30 days. My legs are tired right now.
Third period underway. Oxford tried to look the home run past that. He's read that and got a stick on it. Kuchinada from inside his blue line. His marker with him. Finally sends it over, hit with an active stick. Heinzelman tries to center it. Keenan knocks that down, and he'll put it back in the Kennett end. Mott sets it up for Nate Kuchinada. Again, one of the seniors we recognized here earlier in this game. Kuchinada hard off the glass. He's looking for Kelly. That gets by him, goes all the way down. Zach comes out to make a play on it. Comes out to the blue line. Heinzelman wanted the center of that, but didn't happen there. Hayes jumps on that pass. Colin Kelly in across the line. Off to the boards. Shortledge there, 2-on-1 the other direction for Oxford. Fed all the way over for Keenan. Keenan tries to go back, sits there, second opportunity. Hit Kuchinada and stayed wide. Behind the net, Kuchinada sends it around for Heinzelman. Heinzelman chips it ahead. Looking for Hayes. Tally checked him. Bouncing puck there. Colin Kelly will send it all the way down from his side, but it's in on net as Kennett makes changes. Freshman line out. Bounces up to Ganley. Moved in, but Henry's there. He goes all the way across for Fisher. Fisher off the boards. Out to Mott. Fisher has to back up to get out of the way of the ref. Send it over for Ganley, and he'll direct in. Saito, first one to it. Up off the glass. Fisher's there. Up to the line, forced out. It's up to Keenan. He turns around. Bouncing puck forced out to the neutral zone. Madonna to Ford. Has to turn around to gather that one up. Goes in across the line. Up there by Henry. Knocked down. Back in on the play. Sends it all the way for Ganley. They had both Keenan and Fedorov, so it goes back the other direction. Ford pinches down for that. Henry moves it up for Mott. Lost there. Back the other direction. Finally forced out through center ice. Ford with it. Ganley comes in to play pressure. Lift off the stick. He'll send it all the way around the other direction. Ganley races over, but can't get there in time to keep it in. Henry sends it near side. Looking for Mott. Couldn't handle that one. Ford up to Fedorov. Goes off a few players. Tally gathers up for Oxford. Drops it for Ford. Ford looked to go the other direction. Henry tried to play that with his skate. Stood there for a second. Coaches are telling him to go get it. Turn around there. Shot from Keenan goes wide. Jake Marker ridden into the boards there a bit by DeWitt. Puck forced out through the neutral zone. Keenan gathers up in his end. Kelly reads that, jumps in. goes through a few, stays with it, puts it out to the middle, but no one can get a stick on it. Kuchinata over to pick it up on the near side. He'll head down low, put on the brakes, turn around, puts it all the way up for Kelly. Gets the shot, not much on it, stayed wide. Put out in front, opportunity, they bat for it. Oxford finally able to move it back out through the neutral zone and down into the Kennett end. And Nate Kelly, one of those seniors we talked about, moves it up through center ice. Put in on net, bounces up and over. That was a dangerous play there. The center ice. Kelly banks it ahead, was looking for Heinzelman, got by him. Brother Colin in on the play, but Saito able to move it out. Two Kennett players come together to the cheers of the Oxford bench. Saito puts it right out in the middle, but nothing but white jerseys. Kuchinata picks it up and he'll skate down with speed. Forced wide by Madonna, puts on the brakes. Back up to the point. All the way across for Hayes in the middle. He gets the shot. That goes wide. Heinzelman to it.
Delayed penalty on Oxford.
Body goes down.
We got a cross check against Oxford. Somebody, I don't know if it was the goalie or. Yeah, it was a cross checking on on the goalie, and when that happens, you have to take somebody from the ice and put him in the box because the goalie can't go off because he needs to be in the goal.
So Madonna's going to serve the penalty for Zach Keenan. Just under 12 minutes to go in this third period. Kennett with a 2-minute power play as they look to tie this game up.
Ben Fisher has his stick over his head, breathing deeply. That's not a good sign. That usually means you're tired.
Shot there from Kuchinata. Caught something in front, goes up into the netting behind. So they'll bring that and face it off in the offensive zone again.
I think Ben is one of those players who's already played today. I think he just got back from a game. Like he played a game, got in the car, drove here, and he's playing again. That's tough.
He's tired. Puck goes in on net. Zach Keenan quickly covers that up for a whistle. So two good opportunities with just 5 seconds off the power play. Puck up to Kuchinata. Banks it down. Mott to it. Mott harassed there. Fisher was able to get to the puck and get it back to him. Fisher to Mott. Back to Fisher. Tries to feed it through. Backhand opportunity sits there. Puck still loose. Forced to the other side. Fedorov gets it up to the line, but Kuchinata keeps it there. He gets it back. Fisher to Mott once again. Look, the bouncing puck. It's all the way over, kicked up. Still kept in the zone. Ganley looked to go down low, is looking for Mott, but goes off a skate and eluded him. Mott steps in, turns around, gets it to Fisher. Fisher takes the shot. Keenan fights that off. Back up to the point. Kelly, back for Ganley. Goes back up for Kelly. He and Ganley play catch. Back for Mott behind. Ganley. Back up to Colin. Colin to Ganley, but he couldn't hold on to that one. Oxford gets a stick on it, and they'll send it down. 40 seconds remaining in the Zach Keenan minor. Kuchinata across the line. Mott there. They battle for it. Active sticks from Oxford moves it out. They tick down to the last 20 seconds. The man advantage.
This group looks tired for Kennett. They've been out there the whole power play, rather.
Fisher, across center ice.
Fresh legs out here.
Drops it for Ganley. Ganley goes back to Fisher. Fisher behind the net. Last few seconds of the power play. Colin feeds to Fisher. Oxford's able to do that. Oh, they looked to spring. Keenan got an active stick, made him hesitate. Finally gets the shot. Goes in on Mott. Mott will hold on to that.
Out of town excuse me, out-of-town scoreboard, Ed, Kennett Middle School beat Father Judge 8-1. I know that occurred, and I also see Coach Figueroa, his son Mason's the goalie for the middle school team, so he's back here on the bench for the third period.
2 big shots there. Second opportunity goes just up over the net. Oxford looking to add to their 1-goal lead here in the third. Momentum for the Hornets after killing off that power play. Up to the slot, Ford takes the shot. Mott makes the initial save. Puck sat there for a minute. Sent all the way across. Brown backhands. DeWitt, 2-on-1. Vitale and DeWitt. DeWitt checked by Fedorov, got it over. Second chance there for Vitale, but Keenan makes that save. Oxford looks to go the other direction. Ford across the line, cuts to the middle, gets it through. Mott makes that save. Clearing goes up into the net, out of play, and we get a whistle. Excitement going both directions on that one.
Nate DeWitt looked like he got shot out of a cannon there when he had that from the defensive zone. He was going 2-on-1 with Vitale. He was moving. Good defensive play by Fedorov, though.
Oxford wins that. Chopped along the boards. Schillinger has served his time and is back on the ice. Oxford puts it back deep in the Kennett end. Senior Nate Kuchnata gathers up from behind the net, has to go back and forth, comes out. Chop that there from Fedorov. And up to Shortledge. Shortledge steps around in the zone. Tries to put on the brakes, but knocked off of his stick. Oxford clears. Chopping at the puck. Sits there, bouncing again. Schillinger sends it over for Kuchnata. Puts on the brakes the blue line. Faked out everybody, had to wait or he'd been offsides. Finally rolls it in. Colin Kelly from center ice. Checked from behind. Saito takes a shoulder from Hayes. Oh, no, that was Vitale. Over to Fedorov. She'll put it in deep from center ice. Nate Kelly reverses for Hayes. He'll put it up the boards for Heintzelman. Heintzelman deflects it ahead, has Mott. Mott with speed. Tries to cut in, gets the opportunity. Zach Keenan makes the save. Not sure why they whistled it. I think he thought he had it, but.
Well, I think the net popped off. It came off its peg, so it wasn't lined up in the crease. Yeah, the net came off, so it was out of alignment. It's always a whistle when the net pops off. Can't expect the goalie to make saves on a net when it's in the wrong place.
Just over 7 minutes to go in this third period. Kennett still trails by 1. At the line, Hayes tries to backhand. That's knocked down. Finally moved out through center ice. Nate Kelly has it. Sends it all the way up. Mott loses an edge. Knocked down. Kelly goes hard off the glass out to center ice. That's able to read that, pick up the puck. Tried to feed it through the middle. Was looking for one of his line mates, but goes off a few players. Hayes gloves that down. Work for it there. Put back out to the neutral zone. Hayes goes back to Nate Kelly. Nate Kelly puts it in deep from the red line. Zach Keenan needs to direct that behind. He'll come out and play it. Got some white jerseys coming down on him. Hayes turnaround. Blocked in front.
2-on-1 here.
Move the other direction. They were looking the 2-on-1, but
Matthew Hayes. Put the replay on that.
I don't know if I I think I got more of the celebration because I think I was as in shock for that goal than.
Did that go off of Kelly or did that just go off of Aiden? I think it went off Aiden.
So angle shot from a bad angle. Gets the top corner. And Oxford now leads 3-1.
Looks like a bunch of fans are heading toward the exits here, Ed. Must be Kennett fans. Seen enough. Guess they want to beat the traffic home.
Yeah, I know how that is when you get the games like this. Puck at the blue line comes in, but whistled offsides.
They only want to have one car at the stop sign instead of two. I see we have 33 viewers. I think one of them is Luke Ganley's grandfather, Mr. Lachenko, out in London, Ontario. So your feed is going international.
All right.
Ed.
Well, welcome to the broadcast.
Luke's mother, Carol Ann, is Canadian. Well, now she's an American citizen, but she was born and raised in Canada. Has big hockey roots there.
Eddie Henry flings in from the red line. Zach Keenan gloves it, but puts it right back in play. Home run pass there for Fedorov. He's got to step behind everybody. Gets the shot. Mott makes a huge save. Saito steps around a few and over the blue line. He tries to stay with him. Fed it out to the middle. Sat there for a moment. Goes up. Gets by Ford and goes to center ice. Woods got the wit with him, but he moves it up to center ice. Bouncing puck there. Fedorov left it there for a second. Colin Kelly overskates. Fedorov has it again. Puck bouncing off everybody. Kuchinada finally picks it up at his end. Gets it by and skates to it, but got just far enough ahead of him that Oxford moves it the other way. Oxford in deep from center ice. Schillinger to it. Looking for the home run pass, has Hayes. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly, so he lost a step. Sat it there for Shortledge. He overskated it. Brody Ford picks it up and goes the other direction. Feeds it to Trent Keenan. Trent Keenan backhands all the way across, looking to get it to Logan, but it was just ahead of him. Puck goes all the way through. Saito went to get it across, but finally comes near side, and Ford will just chip it down low. Schillinger to Heinzelman. Heinzelman tried to feed it ahead for Shortledge, but couldn't feed it through Oxford there. Gets back to Schillinger from the circle. Up to Shortledge at the line. I'm not sure if that's a shot. Has it from behind the net. Forced off the play there. Puck pinched in on the boards. Kelly's got two on him. It's over to Shortledge, tries to backhand, hits a body in front. Puck in the corner, goes up to Schillinger at the blue line. Schillinger feeds it through deflection, but that goes wide. Hayes shuffles all the way through the crease. Colin Kelly to it. Puts it back down for Shortledge. A battle for it there. Leaned on against the boards. Puck finally moved over. Hayes tries to direct to the middle, but nothing happening there. Puck all the way through.
Another penalty on Schillinger here for slashing, I believe.
So with just over 2.5 to go here in this third period, Kennett's going to be short for at least the next two. Oxford's going to call timeout. They're up by 2 goals, and they'll have the man advantage for at least a good portion of the remaining of this.
Yeah, I think Oxford's a tough matchup for Kennett. They have a short bench, meaning they only have 9 players, but all the players can play. They don't have anybody that dominates the game. Like some of those teams we played, maybe Harriton or Bucksmont, they had like 1 or 2 players that could play, and the rest were just kind of standing around. Oxford, they're all decent players. I mean, there's not really a weak player on the team. So
No.
I think that causes a little bit of trouble because it's hard to exploit them when everybody's decent.
Well, we've said on many broadcasts that a lot of the teams have 1 or 2 like superstars.
Yep.
And while Oxford doesn't have any what I would consider a superstar player, but to your point, they're all very good players.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go
They're
right
solid.
down. We can go right down their roster. I mean, both Fedorovs. We know Jake Marker because he plays here at Chester County. Saito, Ford, the Keenans, Madonna. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's not a,
Vitaly's been all over the ice.
Yeah.
The Oxford Vitaly, he's been
so.
everywhere tonight. Yeah, they're a decent team. They could cause some trouble in the playoffs with.
I think the only downside for their team is they just don't have enough players.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that really kills them.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't hurt them tonight. They're
Nope.
up 2 goals, and on the power play here. I think Oxford's strategy here is just play keep away, control the puck. If you have a really good scoring chance, take it. But otherwise, just control the puck, play keep away, right? I mean, kill the
Yeah.
2 minutes, and
Yeah,
then
get
it's
it
pretty
down
much
to
the game.
Rolled down behind. Oxford in control, and they're set up. Active stick from Mott. He pulls that away, gets it over to Kuchnada. He'll step out. Kennett looks to see if they can do anything shorthanded. Dropped it for Fisher. Fisher gets by and goes in all the way through. Got it to Mott.
I was wondering why that wasn't.
Puck in the Kennett end. Oxford back in control.
See, they're just standing there holding it, just
Halfway.
daring Kennett to come get it.
Halfway through the Schillinger Minor. Down to a minute and a half remaining in this game. Back up to the point. Ford to Saito. As you said, they're just playing keep away.
I think Kennett has to go all out press here.
Saito comes away with it. Goes all the way across. Donna banks it up for Ford.
Just because of what the situation is on the game, they have to just attack the puck. Even if they create a 2-on-1 the other way, they have to go after it because every second that goes off it's like football when you're in the 4th quarter and you just do a running play and just wait for that 40 seconds to run off the clock before you run another one. That's what Oxford's doing.
So just about a minute remaining now in this one. Still 32 seconds on the Schillinger Minor. Battle for it there, but it's pushed up to the line where Saito goes over to Ford. Ford puts it to the middle, is deflected. Puck sat there. Goes off a body and all the way down the other direction. Keenan comes out to make a play as Hayes was going in there.
Nice play by Keenan. Wow.
Oxford in, 3-on-1. Cuts to the middle, drops the puck, but rolled back behind. Ford there. Power play has expired, so we're back to 5 aside, but under 30 seconds, and Ford will just skate all the way down. Keenan comes out. They're going to send the extra skater on.
It's delayed penalty on Kennett here.
Up, didn't even see the arm up. So puck sits there. Nope, they still didn't touch it. Oxford still has it. They'll roll it up. Final few seconds tick away. Ford has it, and he'll just hold on to it for the last couple seconds. There's the buzzer ending this one. Oxford defeats Kennett by a score of 3-1. Join us at our next game. Nope. That's wrong information because that's tonight's game. We're actually playing tomorrow night at 7:50 at the Patriot Ice Center, and that is against Archbishop Bryan. So we appreciate everybody for joining the broadcast. We always encourage you to come out in person if you can. But if not, we'll see you here next time. So for Kevin Mott, Swith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.